breaking news.
The breaking news, a new terror threat linked to Al-Qaeda that's prompting the United States to close 21 embassies and consulates this Sunday and issue a worldwide travel alert for all United States citizens. Let's get some more now with Cliff May, the president of the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, and CNN terrorism analyst Paul Cruikshank. Paul, you just heard the chairman of the House Homeland Security Subcommittee on Counterterrorism and Intelligence, Peter King, say this is the most serious threat he's seen in 10 years. Are you hearing the same thing? Well,
that's certainly what he's saying. He says there's something about this which means it's more serious than other things we've been seeing in recent years. We just don't have the specificity yet, Wolf, on it.
Because he's been briefed by U.S. counterterrorism and intelligence officials, and he's also saying he can't rule anything out. They've got some vague ideas. They got a next few days, presumably. They don't know for sure where the attack will take place. That's why they've asked 21 U.S. embassies to shut down at least Sunday.
That's right. And that does suggest also that Al-Qaeda and its affiliates are active in at least 21 countries around the world. Important point, Wolf, that you and I have discussed in this program. Al-Qaeda is not dead. Al-Qaeda is not back. Al-Qaeda has never gone away. It has morphed. It's evolved. And now it has a network. And its various nodes are active and very dangerous. And that's why this has to be taken seriously.
A lot of the information seems to be focused in on Yemen. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, in Yemen, in Sana'a, the capital. What are you hearing about that Yemeni connection to this current threat?
Well, that's right, Wolf. And this is a group with a track record of attacking U.S. interests in Yemen. There was an attack against the U.S. Embassy in Sana'a in 2008. And, of course, against the United States itself in the last several years, there have been 3 plots from the groups against aviation coming into the United States. So for that reason, this is going to be taken very, very seriously. I've got information from a source that in late 2011, that this group in Yemen were casing buildings linked to U.S. personnel in the capital, Sana'a.
What does that mean, casing buildings?
They were actually casing the buildings. They were taking video images of it in preparation, it seems, for some sort of potential plot down the line.
But that was in 2011. This is now 2013.
That's right. And it's not clear whether that when they were casing these buildings in 2011, whether that's related to this plot now. We just don't know that. But they're likely to have this sort of information still on the shelf, perhaps ready to go.
What do you see as far as the timing? If, in fact, someone is plotting some sort of attack within the next few days. We're still, what, a month away from the anniversary of 9/11. We're only a few days away from the 15th anniversary of the bombings of the U.S. embassies in Tanzania and Kenya. What do you make of the timing of what's going on?
Well, it's also the very end of Ramadan, and for these kinds of terrorists, Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Peninsula, other Al-Qaeda affiliates, these Islamic holidays have meanings that we have to understand, and the end of Ramadan is a time when attacks can be more likely. Now, you remember...
Why is that, Paul? Because it's Sunday is the end of Ramadan.
Well, for these people, it's a holy war. They see it that way. So, you know, as you get towards the Ramadan, they see themselves as, it's more of a reason to launch these kind of attacks.
Do you remember a time when the U.S. has shut down, even if it's only for one day, 21 embassies and consulates?
No, I do not remember that. That's why this is very serious. Of course, it's even more serious and taken more seriously, and I think this is proper because of what happened on the anniversary of 9/11 last year, where we lost, after all, an ambassador and other Americans in Benghazi, and the embassy in Cairo. Al-Qaeda's flag was launched and hoisted up to the top of it, and we had the embassy in Yemen as well attacked, and I guess the embassy in Tunisia, if memory serves. So we can see that the nodes attacking American facilities, particularly diplomatic, though not just, that may be a technique that they think that they can carry out successfully, and will do so.
And there have been more plots since then. In November of last year, there was a plot against the U.S. Embassy in Amman, Jordan. And in May of this year, there was a plot against the U.S. Embassy in Cairo. There's a track record from Al-Qaeda to attack U.S. embassies in the Middle East. And this is very much Ayman al-Zawahiri's strategy. Bin Laden was very obsessed with attacking the United States. Zawahiri, we know from the letters discovered in Abbottabad, much more concerned with attacking U.S. interests in the Middle East.
Ayman al-Zawahiri, the number 2, now the number 1 Al-Qaeda leader, now that Bin Laden is dead. Let's not forget we're approaching also the first anniversary of the killing of 4 Americans, including the U.S. ambassador in Benghazi at a diplomatic outpost there as well. I don't know if there's any connection to that, but something we should consider. All right, guys, thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you.